All right, Millennial Boom.
Action. Oh.
Oh, see? Millennial Boom, take 2.
Action?
Action. Oh, look, 3 people are already there. We did the whole prep thing. So that means we prepped.
Which means we gave people a heads up.
Yes. Yes, we gave people a heads up to look up our noses. We're going to fix that one day.
Okay.
We're going to be straight at us.
What's up, guys?
Oh, 5
Happy
people.
Sunday.
Is it really Sunday? That means one thing. Tomorrow's Monday.
Well,
Ugh.
it's a Monday for me. It's a...
Back to work. Morning, y'all.
Oh,
that's right.
What's up, Chris? It's Monday morning for you.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Happy Monday to you, not Sunday then.
Hello, Maxim. See, I didn't say Maxim this time. I said Maxim. Maxim is here.
I thought it was Maxium.
Is it? I don't know. Yeah, it's Monday.
How's your Monday going, Chris? Oh, it's Sunday every day for you, memory sticks. You know what I wish it was for me every day? Saturday.
I wish every day was payday.
Oh, yeah. Just got paid.
Yeah.
It's Friday night.
Stan is right. See? Maxim.
Oh, Maxim. Okay.
For the first time.
For the first time, he's right.
I'm right.
Yeah, Lord Frieza, I heard. Good, congratulations.
Yeah, I heard you got that job at McDonald's. Congratulations. Did the same McDonald's?
Nothing wrong with working at McDonald's.
No, not at all. Oh, you work at an adult superstore? Oh.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
You must be real proud.
Oh, boy.
Jeanette, welcome back. We missed you last week.
Sam the man, good to see you. Hello, big business showed up. Now, you know we balling now.
Big business?
Yeah, big business showed up. That's a balling, shot calling, 2010 Gems, only in Poland. So if you notice.
Wait, who sings that song again?
Me.
No.
Don't get me on that one, did you? So if you didn't notice, we got a new camera, testing it out. We posted some video. The biggest thing for me was to try to sync the camera up to the editing software, which when I downloaded it at first, it went down right. It was just started last week. Hers went down.
Oh, lame. Glad it's back up for you.
Everything I got was pixelated because I wanted to make sure it was right. So I had an option of going with MOV, P2, or another setting. And after talking to some friends, I went with P2. The problem is I had to sync up the editing software to match P2. And since it wasn't synced up right away, you saw the video.
I did, yeah.
It just froze, pixels, it didn't work right. Yes, no, not PS2, P2.
Not PlayStation 2.
P2 is a style of format that Panasonic puts out that I'm sure it might be other cameras too, but it's a software that allows you, the video's able to go from, what's that thing you said?
New pictures on the wall, or is the camera that good? New pictures on the wall?
The camera's just that good. We put pictures on the wall.
We're not using your camera though. Oh, oops.
You can't give away the secrets of Hollywood. P2 like old cron can. Well, no, P2 is a style of a format. It's not an old cron, but it's a format that allows me to shoot video that just in case and I can actually stream and shoot at 10K. But since I know a lot of people like Jeanette can't actually get 10K sometimes, I'm doing it at 1080 IP. And we're not using P2 cards. We're using micro. We're not using micro mini. We're using whatever.
Lord Frieza. Boom Shakalaka says, "Are you driving or flying to the Bay Area? When you going to the Bay?"
I'm gonna fly, and I got some. That's a good secret. See,
you can't know when he's in the Bay because he might he might not be able to catch you.
But here's the catch, though. I got something set up coming up pretty soon. I'm going to be spending some time out there, and we're going to be nailing a few people. Oh, yeah. I've already been in the conversations with them. We've already talked about it. It's set in stone. We just got to figure out the exact days.
Well, he drove to the Bay once. We drove to the Bay, but
I usually like to
did
fly
all the
to
driving, and whew, that was tough.
Well, you know, I don't recommend trying to do the drive at one time.
Yeah, we stopped in SoCal.
We stopped in SoCal, but ironically, we stopped in SoCal just as the unrest started. So it's kind of weird.
Right, yeah.
And it was only 15 minutes from where we were. That's where the first set of unrest was. And then we drove into the Bay, and then the unrest followed us there. Yeah, it's a long drive. It's like 14
Yeah,
hours.
10 hours from Vegas. It's 14 hours from Phoenix.
So that's why I raise money, because to get in the Bay Area, I need to rent a car and rent a hotel. I don't have a house there anymore. Well, I never had a house anyway. Boom, shakalaka.
Well, when we flew back in July,
We sneezed with no mask. What?
it was fine. It really was fine when we flew in July. But
you-
to each their own. It's all about how you feel most comfortable.
So yeah, Max, I'm back to what I was saying. You're right. I did the car cruise. I posted it on YouTube. You can watch the video of some of the cars. Now I could have done a caught misbehaving piece out there, and you can explain why.
For sure. There was a lot going on.
A lot going on.
No mask wearing.
No mask
really
wearing.
loud music.
People revving their motorcycles.
I mean, it's a really good thing it wasn't a residential area, because if it was a residential area, I think that would have been like cut like real quick.
Well, let me put it this way: if anybody remember how it used to be, if you can go backwards, remember Crenshaw Boulevard back in the day before they shut Crenshaw down on Sundays?
Back in the 90s.
Back in the 90s, if you can remember those. I'm sure Jeanette would respond and say, I remember that. Yeah, it was definitely a lot of misbehaving going on, to the point where LAPD shut it down. They actually shut it down from, I forgot what streets it were, but everything was completely shut down.
Crenshaw was popping.
Yes, it was popping.
Oh, big business know a little something about that, huh?
So big business, just so you know, I was rolling through that thing too with my hoopty. But
my hoopty.
yeah, I had my hoopty. I ain't gonna lie, it was a hoopty. I didn't have no bumping music. I was just, I mean, when I shift gears, it wouldn't even shift into neutral, so it wouldn't even shoot in the drive. I put in drive and it go backwards. It was like a straight up
What?
hoopty. Oh yeah.
You put in drive and went backwards? That's dangerous.
Yeah, I remember during the LA riots, I was at a light, and some guy was next to me. He was like, "Yeah, you want to race?" And I put it like, "Yeah, let's go." And then when the light changed, he took off, and my car went the other way.
Wait, hold on. So did you hit someone?
No.
Wait, so hold on. You were behaving badly?
Oh, absolutely.
You were behaving badly with that hoopty?
I was learning.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So that was, I had a Honda Toyota Corolla liftback. And
I don't even know what a liftback is.
I remember Crenshaw back in the day. We started cruising at yeah, all the way down. You remember that? Well, okay. So if you remember how it was on Crenshaw Boulevard, okay. So let me move it up some more. So if you're in the Bay, and you remember how Broadway was before they changed everything?
In North Beach?
See, he was the OG badly. That's right. Liftback. No, it was called a liftback. So yeah, liftback was called a hatchback.
Oh, okay, got it. I know what a hatchback is.
They didn't call it a hatchback, then they called it a liftback.
Okay, got it.
So how many people remember? We haven't got the sponsors yet. We'll get there in a minute.
I am like really laughing.
So yeah, all the way into Inglewood, and I used to roll that thing all the time until the police shut it down, because you know what happened? People started shooting, and then when you start shooting,
I'm laughing
they
inside.
get shut down.
I'm laughing inside, imagining you putting it into drive and then going backwards.
Yes. So here's the funny part. So I need a new car. So my first brand new car was a Honda Accord. It was a 1994 Honda Accord. I think it was a 94. Yeah, I think it was. 94 Honda Accord. No, 97.
Was it gold?
Yes. It was a gold 1997 Honda Accord. And I drove my Toyota Corolla to the dealership, knowing that the transmission sometimes wouldn't go into gear. And I'm in there going,
he traded it in, right?
I'm like, please God, when they test drive it, please God, don't let the gears work. And the blessings, whatever it be, the gears worked, and they gave me like $2,000 for the car.
You got $2,000 for that?
For that piece of crap.
Wow.
And I drove out with a brand new Honda, and it was the best car I ever had until something weird started happening with it. And it was made in Japan. It only had 7 miles on it. Hello to Lila.
J2.
I can't.
David Martinez also said hi earlier.
Hello, David Martinez. And who else did we miss? So back to the car. So the new Honda only had 7 miles. That was all it was, brand new. And I had to have him put a rooftop in it and everything. But you know what? And
a rooftop or a sunroof?
Sunroof.
Okay, so it came with a roof.
Yes.
Okay, because you said rooftop, so it made it sound like it didn't come with a roof.
Well, sunroof.
I'm like, dang, you must have got a great deal if it didn't come with a roof.
Yeah, it was a special car. Oh, that's called a convertible.
Honda Accords aren't convertibles.
Maybe they were and they just didn't know it. So anyway, going back down, because we don't get back to Crenshaw. If you weren't there, it was on and popping from La Brea all the way to Inglewood, and you rolled through there, and
Well, I mean, he said rooftop, so I'm like, it came with a roof, right? Because he said he had to get a rooftop, order a rooftop.
Hey, you know who hadn't shown up yet? Oh, that's right. He said he wasn't going to be here this
Gabe,
week.
yeah, Gabe said he wasn't here this weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Mr. Correct everything we do.
Well, shout out to, no, I'm sorry. It's not Gabe. It's Gabriel.
No, I'm going to call him Gabe because he's not here.
Oh, goodness gracious.
So he's going to watch this later and be like, that's
car
not my
dealers
name.
would be a great source.
Huh? What do you say?
He said car dealers would be a great source.
Yes. So, oh yeah, I know. So, yeah, remember the La Brea Tar Pits? Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, so it was like cruising back and forth. And all you did was get in your car and bump your music and cruise. And, and then you hope that, you see somebody and they cruise back. And everybody had like, the low riders showed up. And I had my little piece of Honda that barely shifted gears. But, you did like 2 miles an hour for like 3 hours, for like 4 or 5 hours. And then when they started shooting each other and crashing into each other, LAPD said, and then one day,
people used to actually crash into each other.
Oh, there were crashes. There were fatal crashes, and it was. And just
sad.
so you know, give you an idea, the Crenshaw Boulevard is the same street where the funeral home was for Tupac, where his body was brought after he passed away. So that whole area was just loaded. And you would, if I didn't have to work, I would take. If I get off of work at 7 o'clock on a Sunday, I would drive straight to Crenshaw Boulevard just so I could cruise it.
Wait, so they do it every day almost, like every
no,
Saturday,
every
Sunday?
I think it was every Sunday.
Okay.
And it was just like
That's
bumping.
a really weird day to do it. Like, I understand Saturday and even Friday.
Was it Saturday or was it Sunday? I think it was. Tell me, Jeanette, you remember. It's seriously. Yeah,
that's seriously in the hood.
That's in the straight up hood. And you know what? I rolled in there and everybody had guns. Not me. I didn't have a gun yet. I wasn't gun savvy. But I wasn't worried about it because it was just like we were just cooling and chilling. And then you knew when you come there and all of a sudden one of the parts was shut down and there's crime scene tape everywhere. And you knew that somebody got shot or somebody got in a really bad crash. And it was a matter of time. What did she say?
Folks started acting a fool. That's why it got shut down. Pacific Boulevard and Huntington Park was like that too. We used to cruise Pacific back in the day.
And then they put up no cruising signs. And so now
What's up, Bradley?
Hello. Now fast forward to Broadway, which is my fault for, I'm kind of responsible for having that shut down. Because
in North Beach, right?
North Beach. Because they were, at 1 o'clock, it was like the bewitching hour. I mean, it was, number one, you couldn't drive down Broadway. It was only 5 blocks, but it was 5 blocks that took you 5 hours. It was out cruising chicks. Hey, I was, yeah.
That was before my time.
Yep, I was. Well, you know what though? No,
he was out cruising chicks in his his Toyota Corolla that went backwards.
I don't recall ever picking up one woman in
that Toyota Corolla.
Not one.
I can see why.
Yeah, you're right. Everybody's gangster until gangsters show up. Everybody got the music. I got the music bumping. You got, had my cassette deck in there. Rewind it back, play that song again.
Lord Freeze, are you talking about me?
Yeah, no, he's right. Everybody gangster till it's like everybody got those 300s. Everybody driving when they got a 300, they think they driving a Bentley until a Bentley show up.
Oh yeah.
You remember how you look like is that a Bentley? Oh my God, it looks like a Bentley. And then you realize that's a 300, and because the real Bentley show up and you go, that ain't a Bentley, that's a Bentley. So here I am in my, my car that cruising, bumping, ski low. You remember the day back when NWA was on and popping? Straight out of Compton. And you ain't never been to Compton in your life. Yeah, the Phantom and the Ghost. The Ghost that's Rolls Royce, right?
Yes, Rolls Royce.
But remember they had the lowriders and there was this, the group would show up together and they'd all be sitting around and then all of a sudden, Western was a good one too. And then you know what? Because y'all fools, y'all act a fool.
Lord Freeze was like straight out of Fresno.
Hey, no, Fresno was
Fresno still is.
Fresno hood.
It is still hood.
Fresno's so hood.
I know it's hood.
Yeah,
but I just think it's funny because I've never actually heard that before.
I was driving through Fresno one day and I was listening to some Elton John, right? And then I got to the light and I turned it quickly to NWA. It was like
Elton John to NWA.
Wait.
Wow.
That's why they call it a straight up Compton.
My gosh. Hey, Elton John, good music. But Elton John to NWA, that's like a real big shift.
You gotta have you have your radio program for
He said, man, stop playing. Hey, Elton John's cool.
Elton John.
I just wouldn't bump him, but I mean,
Okay, so let's say some public service announcement. Hold on 1 second. Don't type. Public service. This is important that we say this.
Car burglary, capital of California.
Okay.
Did not know that. Okay.
This is not my daughter. So please stop typing. How's your your daughter? And you look great
Wait,
today.
who said
no,
that?
no one wrote that.
Oh.
But they do. We get it all the time.
Oh, we do get it all the time.
If you're my daughter, we're breaking a whole bunch of laws.
That's really. I'm disturbed.
Hey, it's
right
kind of
now.
hard. Well, you know what though? If you put music,
All right, y'all. Do we even look alike?
Elton
That's
John
my
is
question.
cool, absolutely. But if you put in, that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands will be time spent with you. You know, when you're cruising, and you're in your car, you're in a little bubble. That's relaxing music.
Okay,
you know?
I'm mad at Lord Frieza because he says no, it's okay in Arizona.
You know, so no, and I used to. I'm still.
I
To
think
this day.
I think he's talking about the daughter thing.
Yeah, I know.
We gonna ignore you on that one.
You know what? Hey, I got that lady. I know her number. I'm gonna call her up and tell her come get your stuff.
Memory Sticks goes. When I first saw her, I didn't think it was your wife.
Oh, so our sponsor today is Trader Joe's organic pepper, not regular pepper, organic pepper, because you want that organic
And
flavor.
if you shop at Trader Joe's, it's actually the same price as the regular pepper. So
Is it
might as
like-
well buy
but wait,
organic.
But wait, is it
Hi,
different?
Maria.
Is it different from Dr. Pepper? I'm just asking.
It's different, yes. The water in my hand too. Well, this has always been a sponsor, so I figured I'd skip out on it.
If you haven't noticed,
It's black pepper.
we shop a lot at
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. We drive to Tempe.
I got him, actually, honestly, I got him into Trader Joe's.
But why do we drive to Tempe?
Because it's less
No,
crowded.
because they called me. Remember the lady?
Oh, because the one in Phoenix call him Al Roker.
I was like, my name ain't Al Roker. We don't all look alike.
Yeah, definitely not. You're so much better looking than Al Roker.
That's right. and
Yeah, big business. You need to be into Trader Joe's.
But
They
guess-
got some good stuff.
But guess what we found
What?
yesterday?
Oh! I posted about this on my Instagram for anybody that follows me. I don't think any of you guys
Tell me
follow
your
me
Instagram.
except for Lord Frieza. It's D as in dog _ Faith. FAITH.
So we found a Philly cheesesteak place in Chandler.
He said, "Yeah, we do all look alike. I'm sorry.
Big Biz. I look just like Big Biz. Every day I go, what's up, Big Biz?
I'm sorry, but he said we all look alike."
So we found a cheesesteak place.
It's bad getting recognized as Al. Well, that's why he doesn't like to go to that one anymore. I mean, to be fair, they did apologize. They were very nice
so
about it.
I go to the one where they call me Denzel. That's the one I go to.
Yeah.
Because
mhm.
if I got a choice, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to one that says
And then at that one they call me Holly, so Holly
Yeah.
Berry, so I'm all for it, you know? Yes,
Yeah.
Lord Frieza, that's my Instagram if you guys want to look me up. He posted on his social media too, the Philly cheesesteaks. Oh my gosh.
Okay, hold on. We gotta do take two. Hold on.
Okay.
Take two. Now we're gonna talk about
What? Oh, the Philly cheesesteaks.
no.
Oh, what?
We'll tell you more about the Philly cheesesteak in a minute.
What are we talking about?
We're gonna talk about
The scammers?
The scammers.
Oh, okay.
So I found a way to get rid of them scammers. They haven't called back since.
It was a funny facial expression. Oh, that means you didn't check out. I posted a few hours ago. And FYI, Gabriel, he's not here tonight. He thought that photo was photoshopped. It is not photoshopped. That every single thing in that photo is legit.
Hella legit.
The mirror I was holding is actually a double mirror. So on the front is regular size, and then the back is magnified. That's why you see his eye look kind of weird. So there you go. FYI.
That's my look right there.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, about the scammers.
So I found a way to get rid of scammers because they called twice and they haven't called back since. The first time they called, my name was.
Method Man Rapper.
Yeah, he asked who my name was. I said Method. I spelled it out. Method Man Rapper, and it's on my. I posted it on. I told you gotta watch. You gotta listen to it. They're not that long.
He got pissed.
He got legit pissed off when I said. He said your name is Method Man Rapper. She goes, you messing with me.
He goes, why you messing with me?
He says, stick your finger up your ass and die.
Yeah. So big business. So he goes. He asked for his name, right? And he spells out his name. He spells out Method, and then he says his middle name's Man. And then he says his last
His name
name
is
is
Rapper.
Rapper. And the guy, like, you could hear he's like typing or whatever. And then he says the whole thing. He's like, Method Man Rapper?
Yeah.
He like
He goes-
questions it.
he goes, "You
he's
messing
like,
with me."
why are you messing with me?
Yeah. And so then he goes, stick your finger up your ass and die. And I said, I stick my, just like this, I said, I stick my finger up my ass, but I don't die. Right? And he goes, stick glass up your ass and die. I said, wait a minute, let me try it.
Oh, it feels good.
I stick glass in my ass. I still don't die. It feel good. And he got pissed and just
Oh, yeah, he got pissed and then he hung
up, right? So
Yeah.
I guess he figured, you know what? We're going to do it again. So they
Was
called
he
back.
the same
no,
guy,
I don't
though?
think it was the
I
same
think
guy.
it was a different guy.
But they called back the next day. This time, I was Mr. IP Freely.
Yes, he was IP Freely. I'm like, oh my gosh.
IP Freely was my name.
Yeah.
And my address, if you know what this address is, type it in there in the comments. 1313 Mockingbird Lane. If you know what that address, then you old school. See if Big Biz know that address. That's a popular and famous address. Yes, Chris. Yes, you got it. Yes.
He said, I thought Sam must be bored.
No, we're tired of them calling.
We're just tired. They call us every single
I
day.
get calls so many times from these scammers at my phone. We just started to name them. Hey, what's your friend?
Mine's-
Almost scammer?
Scam likely.
Yeah, her friend, Scam Liker, calls her all the time.
Yeah.
My friend, Scam Alert, or what is it?
Yours is, wait, mine is, no, wait. Yours is Scam likely.
Yeah, mine's a Scam Likely.
Where's
and
my
yours
phone
is
in?
yours is some. So anyway, it got so bad that I put the picture of that actor, the one that claimed he got
Mine is Spam Risk.
Spam Risk.
Yeah.
So Spam Risk calls her, Spam Likely calls me. Yeah, so we get the same person. You know Scam Likely.
Yeah.
So remember the picture I took? What was the guy's name I put on my scam? So it shows up the guy with the noose, the fake story, he lied. Smollett.
Jesse Smollett.
So
yeah,
on my
Jesse
phone,
Smollett.
the one I'm using right now,
That picture pops up.
when
He
it
pops
says
up.
Spam Likely, his picture comes up. Like,
Shade.
I'm throwing shade like
Shade.
a whole bucket of shade. Sure, spam a lot. So my next one, if they ever call, I've already looked it up, is going to be Levi Stadium.
That's the address he's going to use.
That's my name, Levi Stadium, and my address is going to be the address for Levi Stadium.
Also, what's interesting about it is both of these calls are from PG&E.
Yeah.
Okay, we live in Arizona. We don't have Pacific Gas and Electric here.
Yeah.
So they're calling us and
give
they're
me
like to give us a deal. And then the last one
With $1.37.
$1.49.
$1.49.
He was like, "We'll give you $1.49," and he was like, "Wait,
What the hell am I doing with
$1.49? That's it."
I can't even buy gas in Bay Area for $1.49.
I don't know what kind of deal they thought that was.
Chavez Ravine is my last.
Oh, I love that.
Hey,
Chavez
okay.
Ravine. That's a good one.
I remember the Blues Brothers when he gave the address to the Cubs Stadium. Remember that one?
I don't.
That was funny.
Oh, that would make sense though. Big Business has if you had a 415 number. He still does have a Bay
650.
Area.
I have a 650.
Yeah, Bay Area. So then I guess that would make sense.
Watermelon?
Walter Melon.
Oh, hey, you know what? Mine is Mike Hunt.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, but
That one's-
it's a scammer. I mean,
That one's a lot.
what?
That name's kind of bad.
No, Mike Hunt.
Yeah, but when you say it fast like that,
Say it fast.
no, I'm not saying that.
Like Big Bitch goes, yeah,
Yeah, okay, I'm not saying that.
yeah, that's me.
So those videos are on his Instagram, IGTV, and your Facebook.
Yeah.
If you guys want to check them out
so
and haven't seen them yet.
Let's talk about updates to what we're doing.
Okay.
Okay. Are you gonna do it this time?
Yeah. I'm practicing.
All right, we just brought this so we can do we use this to sync up audio when I'm doing like GoPro shots along with the camera shot. So that's the old-fashioned way to sync it up. My other one got stolen.
Bad Cat said that, I'm going to say this differently. Michael Hunt is a forestry professor at Purdue.
Okay.
I didn't say it together like that, so you guys can't get
Michael
me.
Hunt is not the same.
I know, Michael Hunt. What is that?
A gnat. A fruit gnat.
Get a
What?
napkin.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, anyways.
All right, so
Okay, so you're talking about what's going on with
here's the deal. So
project.
if you watched, I posted on Twitter a bunch of equipment we picked up. We finally started going shopping. The camera showed up.
Earlier, what? Wait.
No, he
what?
told me to wipe on your shirt.
Oh, hell no.
She would burn that shirt if I did that.
I would not wear this again. I hate bugs.
So we got the camera. I worked out a deal with Panasonic. The camera is around $4,000, but I managed to get them to sell me a model with other stuff. So I actually ended up spending the $4,000, but not just for the camera. I got batteries, charger, a case to travel with, so that it doesn't get busted while we're on a plane. All the great stuff we got. So we managed to. We're trying to, because we got money from the GoFundMe, the crowdfunding, but it's really expensive undertaking to do what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, so he's trying to make sure that he uses the money with
Tripod, which was obviously, if you read what happened, we get a message at 8 o'clock in the morning saying they couldn't get it in the mailbox.
Turns out it was Amazon.
Amazon.
Not USPS.
Yeah. So no, he didn't know me. These people didn't know me. I just been trying to deal with them on Twitter for a while, and they, finally they said, hey, check into us, and maybe we have something that we can help you out with. So that was a big help. We also went to Real Men, which is in Tempe, and they got me some specialty stuff, which is pretty expensive, but it's for sound. We're waiting for the microphone system to show up, which is
Coming this week.
a shotgun mic, which can capture the sound of a gnat landing on a bottle.
Like that.
Yeah, it's really that good. Put your videos on autoplay. 8 hours later, it still got home. It's still. Yes, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Maxim. That was awesome.
So here's where we are. We're at 2,400 hours that have been viewed. Boom mic. Well, it's a shot. We call it a shotgun. It's not a boom because we're not using. The boom is when you hang it over someone. The shotgun is what sits on the camera. Can you go grab the camera for me?
The camera?
Yeah, the
Sure.
camera. So we're gonna bring it so you see the camera real quick.
Be right back.
She's gonna go right back and grab the camera. So, and I can show you what we're talking about here.
Here you go.
So this is the camera. See the lens thing is closed. Brought a filter for it so that UV filter. But right here is where the shotgun goes. So there's a mic here, but it's not very good. This one here gives you crisp, clean sound. You put it here, you might get it, you wire it in. And when you do that, and this here is for like a lavalier. So this is Wi-Fi for a lavalier.
Time to get to the gym so you can carry that.
This is not very heavy.
What? I can carry that.
And it's 4K if you can't see. So you can shoot 4K if we want to. But because of some people's limitations, we're not gonna. Yes, I picked up a Rode mic.
And we got a strap too.
Yeah, we brought the strap.
So it makes it easier to carry.
So we got a Rode mic, and yes, she's much stronger
No,
than me.
he's stronger than me. I'm trying to get on his level.
She carries me when I need guns.
I think you just actually showed your forearm.
Yeah, I know.
Your guns are up here.
No, this is the trigger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she does work out.
I work out, and Lord Frieza, don't start talking about my leg workouts that you think are just leg wiggles.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
They actually do something.
So, long story short, we got the tripod, which was halfway delivered. We went to the post office and picked it up. It's an okay tripod. The real good ones cost $800-900. I don't think it's a good idea to spend all the money to try to just on equipment, because then I can't travel.
Put a GPS tag on it, Maxim says.
Yeah,
it's not a bad idea.
Well, we have to insure everything, which is the insurance for this equipment is literally $2,000 a year, maybe more. But they don't want the money in payments; they want it all at one time. So let's look at how this money is being spent. So we brought the laptop, the Adobe software, the camera, the tripod, the wireless mics, the shotgun mics. Everything, and it's racking up. And then the travel from place to place. Bay Area hotels aren't cheap, and if you park, you know how the break-ins are. You can't leave your car parked in anywhere. You got to have someplace secure so you can bring your gear in. So Adobe is a editing software. If you look it up, it's
it's a editing software.
Stanley got guns, I ain't got pythons.
Oh, I like that.
If I hit it 2 times, I'm a viper. Oh, just 1 time.
I think it's.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah, Premiere. It's called Adobe Premiere. Yes, it's all very expensive. Nothing's cheap. But we're working on a few things I can't talk about right now. Some stuff that may be coming up in the future. I've been meeting with people. We're trying to work out some stuff to make sure that we can bring you the best content ever. The important thing is make sure we bring you some good content so that way you can watch. But to make money, we need to
More hours.
get past the 4,000 mark of people watching videos.
Well, Lord Frieza asked, when's the last time you checked your hours?
We did. I checked this morning, 2,400. So it goes, remember now, pieces are 2 minutes. So an hour of video is people watching for every 2 minutes and you have to watch the entire video. But
You have to watch the entire video for it to count?
Well, no, the hours. So here's what happens. I get tracking. The interesting thing I'm learning about when I watch the stats, most of the people that follow me are men. 64% of the people that follow me are men.
Why'd you really pause and look at me?
No, because I'm thinking of the numbers in my head. The other part is women. Now, if you don't watch the entire 4 minutes, then it only counts for the minutes you do watch. And if you watch the same video over and over again, it doesn't count because it uses your IP address and that goes away. So what happens is it's slowly and incrementally growing, but once we get past the 4,000 mark, then everything after that we can start making some revenue off. I'm doing a monthly right now, which I only brought the one.
Yeah, just to test it out.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Wait,
Gosh,
never
get
mind.
a room? Wait, never mind. What?
No, it's okay. So also, I want to give you a heads up. There's a guy who follows me on here, Michael Lawn. He has been trolling me for 15 years. And he's a guy who wrote me and said he has 20 different IP addresses so that no matter how many times I block him, he's going to just come back as the same person. Yeah, you almost got me on that one. Bobcat or Bad Cat.
Bad Cat's house.
So basically, he says, I know who he is. Yeah, he's a dedicated hardcore troll.
Man, does he have a job?
I'm thinking not. So he'll be on here later and then tell me that how much I suck or that I should get a real job. But it's okay. It's all good. You know how many times I've been told to get a real job? If I counted, I'd be real rich. People don't realize it. I wish I could tell people, you know what, you want to do my job? I'm going to give you my stuff and then tell you to go do it. No training. Just do it. Yeah, he still got it. Right. So, long story short, that's where we are right now. So, we are trying to do what we can to get past that 4,000 mark. And we're going to do what we can to get things moving so we can have more stuff to show. And the cities we want to do right now off the back is Las Vegas, San Francisco, Oakland. Do I have a degree in journalism? I do not. I have a degree. I have everything. I do not have a degree in journalism. I'm not going to sit there and tell you I do. You do.
I do have a degree in journalism.
I have a degree in
media
street
studies.
knowledge. Let me tell you real quick how I got my job in TV. So.
Why are you pointing at me?
Because.
You tell it.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go that far. But let me tell you how I got a job in TV. So, first of all, historically speaking, I started my broadcast career in elementary school because I tried to convince my school to do a news broadcast, which they rejected flat out. In high school, I was on an audiovisual crew. So I loved cameras, I loved TV, I loved all that stuff. I was even part of the behind the scenes for, stage manager. So I always had that thing going. In Philadelphia, I went to Channel 3, KYW at the time, and asked for a job as a trainee. Flat out rejected. Nobody, didn't even get resume, didn't even make it in the door. My uncle, who was a Monterey County Sheriff Deputy, and that's why I support law enforcement, because a lot of my family are law enforcement. So if I reject my family, if I reject law enforcement, I'm also rejecting my whole family, which I can't do that. And I do know that there are some good people out there. I'm not getting too political. Second thing is, after that happened, I was working in high tech. I worked as a chemical technician, and I was recruited by Silicon Systems. They paid me to move to Santa Cruz. As I got to Santa Cruz and was about to start this new job, there was a job opening for a weatherman at a station in Salinas called KCBA TV. And it said, do not come in, just send us a reel. And I thought, how bad can it be? I can do weather. You just say it's going to rain or it's not. So I showed up, unannounced. I want a job as a weatherman. The guy who I met was Paul Miller. He was the news director. He said, Al Roker. He said,
Oh, God.
He said, you know what, go home, watch the news for 2 weeks, come back and tell me what you do differently. What he didn't know was that I watched news religiously every day in Philadelphia. My favorite news was Action News channels, WPBI.
ABC6.
ABC6. I came back with a stack of papers like this and said that this is what I would change. And he looked at it and he said, you know what? I like you. He says, you got balls. I'm going to give you a job.
Did he actually use the word balls?
He said the word balls.
Wow.
You got balls. I'm going to give you a job, but not as a weatherman. Jim Gardner. You remember that? He died. Remember he died in who was it? That Jim O'Brien died in a helicopter when he jumped out. So anyway, he said, I'm going to give you a job. Now, my first job wasn't spectacular. My job was to sweep floors, change light bulbs, and do studio camera work. That was my first job in TV. And I was scared to death because I realized that it's just a simple job. Anyone can do sweep floors and change light bulbs. So I taught myself how to edit. I locked myself in a room, and yes, I was a gopher. I locked myself in a room one night, and I stayed there until 1 o'clock in the morning learning how to edit. I played with it and learned how to lay down tracks and how to do everything. And I didn't know, I didn't know even the fundamentals. He comes back the next day and I said, hey, can I edit? He goes, what do you know about editing? He said, why? He said, I gave you the book to read it. Did you read the book yet? He goes, no, but I taught myself how to do it.
You said that.
Yeah. He said, well, he said, wait, I gave you a book and you learned how to do it overnight? And it was beta. It wasn't 3/4 inch. So I started on beta cam. And if you know anything about beta was at that time the state of the art. That was in 1990. So for the first year, I was editing and doing studio camera and sweeping floors. And yeah, beta was the bomb. I loved beta was the best camera I ever had. I loved it. It was a 300, BVW 300. Now, I wasn't a photographer. I was a editor. And then one day, here's how things can change in your life. And I recommend you, if you can do this, if it happens, go for the opportunity. The very first Persian Gulf War, Mark Jeanette was a photographer in Santa Cruz. He broke his leg a few days before that, and they needed someone to cover the protests at UC Santa Cruz, which ironically used to have, or still does, has a class that teaches people to do what I used to do. People behaving badly when I did that. Anyway, so what happened was, I said, I'll do it. They go, well, but I had already been training myself on the camera. And so they sent me out there in a Sousa rodeo, a stick shift, and we were out there with a reporter, Dale Race, for the first time. We shot this whole thing and brought it back. And you know what? He goes, oh my God, that's great. He says, you know what? You're now the new photographer for Santa Cruz until Mark Jeanette gets back. So for 6 months, I was a photographer. And here's how it worked for me. I was so excited making $9 an hour that I slept with the scanner on at night. And if something happened, I would wake up and jump in my car and drive out and shoot it, and then come back to work and drop it off. Didn't care how many hours I worked. I didn't care if I was making $9 an hour. I lived in Salinas. I enjoyed it. It was something I enjoyed a lot. It was great. So that's how I created myself. Then a year after that, I wasn't an ambulance chaser. I was more of there's a big fire, let's go. It was a fire or shooting. So then, like an auctioneer, your voice
is the patent or signature. You have the ability to hold a viewer's attention. Can't teach it, can't learn.
Right.
Natural ability.
So a year later,
Nightcrawler. OG Nightcrawler.
Paul Miller's wife, Nightcrawler was an independent guy. I got paid for it. But I had so much fun. It was the best job in the world. And for $9 an hour, I was like, I can't believe you even pay. I would have done it for free. I was having so much fun. So Stanley, of all the people you've worked with in Brooklyn, who's impressed you the most? What's the guy's name at your station that used to be at CBS? David Gonzalez? No,
Oh,
David.
Dave Gonzalez?
No, not Dave Gonzalez. Dave, the guy who does the investigative stuff.
Oh, David Goldstein.
David Goldstein. I loved his work.
CBS 2 KCAL 9 in
Yeah.
LA.
So it wasn't KCAL 9 then.
Oh, you mean back before
Yeah.
I worked there?
So let me go.
Got it,
I don't want to
okay.
get too far off. So
Yeah, Hasselhoff.
a year later, Paul Miller's wife, Kirstie Wilde, you can Google her name, said to me, you know what, you should try to go to LA. She wrote me, and David Goldstein and I are friends.
Yeah.
She
He's
wrote me
great.
a recommendation letter. And I remember the letter, it said, hey, give this guy a job, and just don't let him eat all your almonds, because she used to eat her almonds all the time. I loved her almonds. And so I took the letter, drove to LA, went to KTTV, Fox 11, walked up to the door and said, here, I was supposed to give this to you. And this was the chief engineer. He opened the letter up and he goes, Kirstie Wilde wrote you this letter? She goes, yes. She goes, when can you start? So I went from $9 an hour to $25 an hour, basically in 1 year. And my first year I got nominated for an Emmy. So I was like, wait, this is like perfect for me. So I got Emmy nominations. I got, it just started being something I really liked. Now, let me explain something to you, because if you notice, LA Times just put out a story recently about they're apologizing for racism. And I can tell you, the stuff that I'm reading, I went through a lot of racist stuff in LA. A lot of racist stuff. I was told you're not going to be respected, you should find another job. And, I started freelancing. I freelanced for KTTV, I freelanced for
You freelance for KCBS too,
KCBS,
right?
KTLA, and I was spread thin. And I realized I can't do that anymore. So I narrowed it down to CBS. And finally, I got offered a job in NBC in the Bay Area, and that's where I came to the Bay. And I came
AKA Kron.
I was a photographer, a satellite truck operator, everything, AKA Kron. And they decided to switch up and become something called a VJ thing. And I created People Behaving Badly. And I did People Behaving Badly, which ironically, they stole the name. And I will say they stole the name because they never had me, Kron never ever thought I was good enough to put under contract. So because I was never under contract, under California law, the inventor is the owner. So basically what happened was they took the name and they stole the videos because they didn't have me under contract. And they can't produce a contract when my lawyer asked them to produce one. But instead, they just bullied me and took everything away. And they called YouTube and said, hey, that's our videos. When in actuality, I bounced from Kron because I wasn't making enough to live in the Bay Area. So I wasn't making enough to live in the Bay Area. I was barely making ends meet because, it's very expensive there. So, and we were far away. So my agent, who
Long distance.
ironically, my agent said to me, hey, what about Phoenix? And I said, are they offering a job? And I went to Met in Phoenix, and then that's, the rest was history on that one. So that's how I ended up in the TV business. Not because I have a degree in journalism, but because I strived hard to create something, and I never give up. And
Never.
even now with my segment, People Behaving Badly, I get people all the time going, you should change it. You should make it People Behaving Nicely. I'm like, I don't come in your house and tell you what you're going to make for breakfast. Why would you tell me how to change what I do? It's like me going in your house going, hey, those eggs you made? You should make biscuits. So never give up, never surrender. Always fight for what you can do. Mm-hmm. And I've given speeches at schools. I've talked to kids. I've done groups where I come in as a keynote speaker. I don't advertise all this stuff. I just go out and do it because if you got to get it done. But I will say this, and everybody will say you're eating bad, that's why you had a stroke. I had a stroke because I was doing too much. Doing too much, trying to do too much. Stressed out. And you got to take a break. You got to take a break. You got to take a deep breath and say, you know what? I'm doing what I'm doing. So don't let the lack of traditional journalism background deter you, as Jeanette said. You can be, you know what, and the best thing about me is that my non-traditional journalism training is based on street knowledge, not book knowledge. I've learned the fundamentals, like, the reason why I don't discuss politics on Twitter, because as a journalist, you're not supposed to discuss politics unless you're doing a report that is non-biased. The key there is non-bias. You show both sides. My side is bad behavior. There is no two sides to bad behavior. Either it's bad behavior or it's not.
Well, that's because yours is POV reporting.
Yeah, it's point of view, and that's where the name and neutral reporting. And let's go back. The reason why I even started people behaving badly was because they asked me to do the station asked me to do POV, which was point of view. So I go out and I show a fire and I say, "This is a fire. This is a fire truck. These are the people that were displaced. Back to you." Thank you for that part of being inspirational. So, and I came back and said, "Hey, I want to do something different. I want to go out and show people what they're doing wrong and try to educate the public. And for lack of a better name, I want to call it people behaving badly." And they said to me, I don't think you can use that name because it may be taken, but go ahead and do it anyway. Let's see what you have to offer, which is what I did. And it's been so inspirational to the point where people have been using the name for other shows across the country, including one in, what city was that in?
Texas.
Texas?
Corpus Christi, I think.
Corpus Christi.
Yeah, there was a guy that was doing his own.
And I called him out and I
videos.
said, "Hey, so you guys, we never heard of you before." I'm like, I find it hard to believe that you never heard of me, but everything you say sounds just like what I do.
And it was like 2 weeks later, it was almost as if he was doing a similar story to what you had already done.
Yeah, if I did a story 2 weeks later, his story would come out and he'd swear up and down. But see, here's the difference. He got arrested for beating up his wife.
Oh, I don't remember
for
that.
domestic violence.
Yikes.
Well, we won't talk about that one.
Yeah.
There's more. Let's put it this way.
That's a long story.
The dog is out to fight, but the fight ain't out the dog. Keep that in mind. Anyway, long story short, we have to go pretty soon.
Because we have
I made
dinner that he made.
I made some black eyed peas, some black rice. Crown doesn't have your pockets. Some smoked pork chops with some gravy. And we want to eat pretty soon. We tried to wait, but it took a long time to cook this. And thank you for loving my story. Somebody I love your story. Thank you, Big Biz. See, Big Biz has been following me for a long time, but he's never known the story.
Oh, well, that's great.
So now you know the story. And one day we will video chat. We do want to do a podcast at some point. We want to expand. But again, it comes back to money. Okay, right now, my insurance.
Why did you punch them peas in the eyes? Lord Frieza, that sounds like a horrible joke, and it sounds like one of his.
So here's something to keep in mind. So my insurance runs out in the end of the month.
Yeah.
No insurance. So I got to find something to pay for my insurance, and I got to pay for something to be able to make sure we have a roof over our head, or else we'll be homeless. So I need to get busy, and everything is here now. So, I still have the GoFundMe up, and anybody who's watching, if you want to contribute, anything you do will be a big help right now. And trust me, there will be a big thank you at the end as we get this thing moving, but we are trying, and we call it crowdfunding. I didn't use the other website, Kickstarter, because if you don't get the money you asked for, they give all the money back. And I want to do this no matter what it took. And she'll tell you, I did not want to do the GoFundMe.
Yeah. We both were really iffy about that, just because it was like, well, we don't want to ask people.
I don't feel good asking people. I grew up poor. Literally, if you look at my address, 713 Chestnut Street, Camden, New Jersey, I had nothing. I wore my sister's clothes. That's how poor I was growing up. So I'm used to having nothing. And I'll post the link on Twitter again. It's on there somewhere, but I will post it. Matter of fact, I just posted it the other day.
I'm going to have you create a link tree so you could post that on your Instagram too.
Yeah.
He looks hot in a skirt.
Well, I didn't wear skirts, but I did wear shirts.
No, but he wore pink shirts and stuff, so he told me. I didn't see it, but...
So, yeah, I had government cheese. If you remember that, I had the government cheese. You had to get over feeling uncomfortable asking for money.
Yeah. It's really tough, though. I mean...
You have to understand. See, I have no living relatives. When I say relatives, my grandparents are gone. My mom and dad are gone. I have no living parents that are actually alive anymore. So I have, no one. My uncle passed away from cancer. So I have no one to turn to other than and you know, and then my fans are my family. So, but my blood family is, you know, they're all passed away. So, you know, I'm doing what I can to do what I can. Yeah, I know people have money, but you know what's funny? And I'll say this, and then we have to go. Big Biz. I have thousands of fans and people that follow me. Matter of fact, on my Facebook, you know, you have likes, which is 148,000, and then there's following, which is 150,000 plus. But only 202 people contributed money, and of the 202, one person gave 1,000, which I thank you. Some people gave 250 bucks. Thank you.
Any amount helps.
Any amount helps. I mean, if you give $1, though, so keep in mind. So all these people are saying, "Hey, I'm your fan," and I get it. It's tough times right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that, you know, go broke to give me money. I'm trying to build something to hopefully, and what I want to do is if I build this platform, is I want to be able to do what I was able to do with people who are trying to be in the business, is create a foundation for young journalists so they can come in. And if they can't afford to go to college, it's okay. We'll teach you how to do this and do it right. Because if you don't do it right, then why do it at all? And this whole left side, she'll tell you, I don't watch the news. I don't watch the news.
He doesn't even watch the news shows that I produce.
Because I'm not a big fan of some of the way the news is being done lately. News is not supposed to be opinionated. It's supposed to report the facts. And that's gone out the door. So I love all you who follow me.
Not my news show.
Her shows, she produces 2 shows.
But local news and cable news are 2 different things. Yeah.
Now I have some friends. Lindsay over at MSNBC, she's a straight shooter. She's good people. So now, yeah, news has become entertainment. Now, keep in mind, my segments are news related, and they are entertainment, but it's a focus. I try to stick with the focus, and I try not to. If you notice, I try not to throw much opinion. But people think is, oh, you're telling me I'm behaving badly. No, I'm not. You're telling yourself that. You're projecting that something that you already know that you've been doing, and so now you hold me accountable for it. You can't hold me accountable for what you do. And people ask, well, do you behave badly? Absolutely. The key is don't get caught doing it.
He doesn't. He's not bad though. He's not that bad.
No, I'm just kidding. I try not to. I've learned a lot from what I do. It's great to see you too. Hey, Chris, oh my goodness, Christopher Sherry. It's so good to see you here. I'm going to say it, Captain Christopher Sherry. It's good that you're here. Thank you, and I will repost the GoFundMe link. We are trying to build the best thing we could do. The difference is now I want control of what I do. So we lost more than 2,000 videos, but that's okay. We're going to get them back. And if you don't know Christopher Sherry, when I had my stroke, he was right there to help me. He was always on my side. He is the chief at CHP in Dublin. Unless you've been promoted to something bigger than that now, he's a captain. Sorry. At Dublin CHP, and whenever I need to do a story, he was always there to help me, and he's always been a person, and it brings me joy that he's here right now. Bless you, Christopher Sherry. I thank you for everything you've done, and I'm coming back. Reach out to me. We can do some stuff in Dublin. I got some other stuff set up to do some speeders coming up in the near future. I'm coming back to the Bay. I went to the desert, basically, to hone my skills, and now I'm coming back. And guess what? Like I said, the fight is out. The dog is out to fight, but the fight ain't out the dog. It's about to be on and popping. Yeah, about to get a little emotional here, because you know what? When I had my stroke, he was one of the first people to step up and say, you know, hey, what can I do to help? And people don't know this. These are, you know, my family was, at this point was, you know, the people that all stepped up and helped out. And I appreciate that. And they call me and they check on me all the time. And someone's flown out here and we've had dinner together. You know what? That's family. And like I said, my real blood, they're all gone. But yes, that is rare. And so when I hear all this negative, you know, cops this and cop that, I know different because I deal with some really good people. And you can't put everybody in one basket.
Yeah, you definitely can't.
You cannot. And
whether it's race, whether it's law enforcement, you cannot put people in the same basket. You can't generalize because it's unfair.
It's unfair. And I just want to thank everybody who stuck around And, Big Biz, thank you. Christopher Sherry, thank you. Everybody that showed up, the regulars, thank you. If you didn't like the like button, please click it now. GoFundMe is up there. I'll send it again. I'll post it again. Thank you very much. And and if you haven't been in before, she's actually a millennial and I'm a boomer, but we switch it around.
We switch it. So I'm the boomer and you're the millennial.
Yeah, because I'm more into social media than she is. I'm getting her better at it.
That's for sure.
Yes.
He plays video games and I don't.
I play GTA.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I play. Love you too.
All right, guys. Have a good night. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Same channel, same bat channel.
Same time. But we'll put out a post. He'll put out a post ahead of time.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Watch the videos. Tell your friends. And don't drink and drive.
Just be safe.
Remember the speed limit.
Take care of yourselves.
It's a speed limit. And it was good seeing everybody. And again, thank you for showing up. We appreciate it. We really do. Good night.
Bye, guys.